Alright guys, we're back. I'm actually on spring break from college, so I've got a whole week to work on this bike and get it running perfect. It's been really irritating me lately, not knowing what the heck is wrong with it. I've checked everything, but one thing I didn't check for permanently was air leaks, so today I'm going to check for air leaks around the carburetor, and I guess you can have an air leak around the seals in here too. So what you do, I knew this before I looked it up, but you just take carb cleaner, spray it around the boot where it connects to the head, and sometimes the boot right here can be cracked. And if you spray this carb cleaner in there while the bike is running and idling, it's going to either rev up or rev down. But it should not do anything when you spray this in there. So we know it has an air leak if it revs up or down when I spray that in there. But anyway. So carb cleaner, I guess, is the best thing to use. So we're going to spray that in there, get the bike fired up, and see what happens. If it does have an air leak, that's an easy fix. We can just order a new boot, and then that takes care of it. I also want to see if there's an air leak by that screw. So first I'm probably going to spray some on the carburetor itself. And then sometimes there can be one up by the throttle cable up here too. So we're going to go to the boot, or to the this air screw first, then up here, and then to the boot. And then maybe to the seal in the flywheel. Seeing if that sucks up any of this fuel and revs up or down. So that's the plan for today. Hopefully it won't take too long. Hopefully the bike will start up so we can actually do this test. But it's pretty nice though, so let's go aside here and set it up. It also is like 6 o'clock right now. Got about an hour to work with. Alright, so first let's start up the bike here. Turn the gas on. Choke it. What's wrong with the choke? Now we're going to take the carburetors up and spray around. See if it revs up here. So as you can see, the bike did not rev up or idle down when I sprayed the carb cleaner. So there's no air leak by the carburetor. I know that for a fact now. Which is strange because I thought for sure there would be one. I'm going to do the test obviously one more time to see if it actually doesn't have an air leak. But yeah, it didn't rev up at all. And I've done this on other bikes before, and usually right when you spray it just idles right up really high. Alright, mix up some new gas. And put that in there and then redo the test here quick. So let's see if this does the trick. Should. See if we've got gas flowing down here. Looks like we do. Unless it's clogged. Alright, let's redo it. Alright, hopefully this is a better view of it. Let's see if it starts up now. Wants to choke again. Alright, so second test done, and did the same thing. Didn't rev up, didn't rev down. So there's no air leak, which is super strange. Now I don't know what it is. It's gotta be the carburetor. Just has to be. It's gotta be something with that carburetor. I'm gonna take off the carburetor and go through everything again, and then just keep on doing that. That's the only thing I can think of, because it's not an air leak. Has good compression. Getting gas. I don't know. Let's try to tinker with this. I've got this screw, the air screw, set to I think 1 1/4 or 1 3/4. Let's see. So okay, so 1. That's 2 right there. Okay, so 1, 2. Let's try setting it to 2. See what happens. Looks like it's having a gas problem right now. It looks like it's getting clogged up again in the gas tank. And let's see if that fixes it when you take off the gas cap. Nope. So yeah, right now it looks like, see if the gas isn't going down the line. Oh, that's why. Look at this. Leaking out the carb bottom right there. You can see it leaking out. So something's up with the carb. I'm gonna take off the carb and we're gonna clean it and then replace it back on the bike. See if that fixes it, because something is up with it. Look at all this gas dripping out. Okay, time to take off the carb. It's just gotta be either the needle is getting stuck in there and letting gas out, or the float is not coming all the way back up. Something. There we go. Now it's idling without the choke. Let's see here. Now let's do this test real quick. Nope. Let's see here. Yeah, it's gotta be something with the carburetor. Alright, so stay tuned. We're gonna get it apart one more time. And I'll do an in-depth video of the carburetor so you guys can see or diagnose it for me if you guys see something wrong with it. Because 2 eyes are better than 1. So take apart the carb. We're gonna look at all the jets, all that good stuff. So stay tuned. Alright, so we're going to take apart this carburetor together. Hopefully this is a good shot. It's the best I can do. So, this is the other piece of it, as you can see. Okay, so first of all, there is a jet right in here, which I could not get out. I don't know if you can see it in there, but I made sure it was all clear in there. I don't know if that could be causing the problem, but I think that's just for the choke. It is clear. I sprayed it out and air does go through it. So I left that part alone. That's good. This part's the part I'm worried about. As you can see, everything's working. The float's working. I'm trying to look for the needle right now. And yeah, the needle is working. Just trying to look here. Seeing if it's getting stuck up or down. But as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see in there. Get a better angle at this. I don't think I will be able to. You can see the needle going up and out right there, yeah. It's not getting stuck. So, we're going to take off this piece right here and see what's going on underneath here. This obviously has to be the problem. Something is not right inside the carburetor. So, something's either clogged, I don't even know. So we've got, always shake this, see if there's gas in there. Nothing. That's clear, no holes in that. So now we've got this. So as you can see, here's the little needle right here. You can see the rubber still good on that little piece. And I did do a test on it to see if it shut off the gas, and it did. So now we're going to go into here, and I cleaned all this stuff out like 5 times. So everything's very, very clean in here. We've got just a screw holding on this bracket right here, and that holds this pin that holds the needle in there. Ooh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at all that gunk right here. That must be rust from the gas tank from before. Look at all this. It's more rust. So, I wonder if the gas tank is still really dirty. That could be. Maybe I should put a filter on it and see if that helps. But, well, now we found one problem. That maybe it was running fine before, but maybe the gas tank was letting in rust and causing problems. So that was a lot of rust that just came out of there. Let's take a look at this itself. Yeah, see how rusty that is in the bottom of it? Little rust flakes everywhere. So that little hole can probably get clogged up pretty fast, not letting gas in. It's a pretty small hole. So that could be the reason right there. Let's take a look at this jet right here. This is the main jet. A lot of you guys commented that that rubber piece was worn out. You guys can see it, but it's not. It's still very squishy, and I tested it and nothing goes through it, so no gas when you pour it down here goes through it. So I'm thinking it's still fine. Yeah, and then this piece doesn't have any holes in it. It's all, as you can see right through it. I blew everything out with an air compressor multiple times, so I'm really confused as to what's wrong with it. I'm gonna go through everything one more time, blow it all out, put carb cleaner on it, and let it soak for a while, and then we're gonna try it again here. The only thing that I can think of is the rust right there. So we're gonna hook up a different gas line and try it separate from the tank and see if it does the same thing. If it doesn't, obviously it's the gas tank that's letting rust in. But let's do this one more time, see what we get. Hopefully it's good, and we'll be back once the carb is clean. Alright, as you can see, it's dark now, so I'm in the garage. I did get the carburetor back on. We're going to test it again. And I tested out the gas tank. The gas coming out of the carb, I put in the cup, a clear cup, and no rust was coming out of it, so now we're good to go. As you can see, the gas is going down there. And let's see if it's leaking out of the carb. Oh, it's not leaking out of the carb, so hopefully this fixes it. Let's take a little video of it, if we can get one. set up the bucket here. Oh, and gas is leaking out of the carb. Let's see if it does the same thing now. Feel good. Alright, so obviously the carb cleaned again for like the 80th time, did not fix the bike. I don't know what the heck. I think it needs a new carburetor. So now I have to buy a new carburetor for it. If anyone has a carburetor for an MR50, send me a link. Or if you want, you can just Instagram me. And we can set up like an arrangement. If you have one, I can just pay you for one, or whatever. Or if you just want to like give me the carburetor for the MR50, I know they're pretty pricey. So I don't even know if this is really actually what it is. I don't know if the carburetor is the problem, but I think it is. I think it's, I don't know, it's leaking gas. Something's not right with it, and I don't know what it is. I checked to see if the gas was shutting off. When you close it, it does. So I have no idea what's going on. I checked for air leaks around the carburetor, nothing. So I'm really stumped right now. As you can see when I rev it up, sometimes it revs up high. When you rev it, it's like good. Then it just and then like it goes back down. Then it pops back up again, and then goes back down. Pops back up again. It's super strange. I have no idea. It's getting gas. Look at the gas line. And it continuously fills up. I've got the gas off right now, but the line is continuously full. So it's continuously getting gas. Yeah, that's all I know. I'm probably just going to buy a new carburetor. And if that works, I mean, then we know it's a carb. That's the only thing I can think of. I will buy a new spark plug tomorrow at Fleet Farm and test that out before I buy the carb. But if you guys want to send me a carb, that'd be great. If you have one just laying around from an old MR 50 laying around, send me one. I'd be very grateful for it. But yeah, so the plan is if I can get this thing running, we're obviously going to restore it. It's pretty easy to restore. Powder coat the frame. I don't know if I'd repaint the gas tank or not, but get new fenders, obviously, get new grips, new handlebars, redo the forks. The rims are actually really good on this bike. Keep the shocks, maybe just powder coat the ends, and yeah, powder coat the pipe or whatever you do with the pipe. All the foot pegs and stuff can be powder coated. The engine heads can be repainted and polished, and this thing can be repainted. All the stuff inside the engine can be rebuilt. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff. But I need to know that it runs first before I spend tons of money. So yeah, that's the plan with it. And then obviously I'm gonna build this guy up right here. As you can see, that cutout piece with like JB Weld, and then find that cover that fits over it. Or you don't even have to. I think there's a cover that fits right over this. So if I can find that, I can just leave that piece right there. That's fine. The cover will cover that up. So yeah, if someone has a carburetor and one of these covers laying around that they're not using, send one my way. I mean, I'd be really grateful. I think that's all the bike needs to be complete, honestly. And a couple screws here and there. And new cables. And these are like way too long for it. And new fenders. So honestly, the build should not be expensive at all to redo everything. The most expensive part's probably going to be, each wire is probably like $30. Powder coating the frame, probably like $100. and all the foot pegs and all that crap. I'm rebuilding the forks, probably like $50. Just like redo the seals. The springs are fine. I'm not gonna redo those. New tires, probably like $70 for both of them with tubes. New air filter, like $20. If I can find the carb for free, that'd be great. Then all the internal stuff like piston, probably like $30 for a piston and rings, or maybe more, maybe like 50. And then gaskets and seals, probably like another 50. So we're looking at probably around $500 to redo everything. Not even 400, not even, maybe like 350. So that's not bad, that's worth it. So if I can get it running, we're gonna restore it. That would be a sweet project, and I'd keep it forever, because that would be sweet. I think that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, if you guys want me to build it, leave a comment below if you guys want me to keep it, and leave a suggestion as what you think it is, because I'm stumped. And if you have a carburetor, please send it my way. Alright, thanks. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and until next time, we are out.